David, it's a 1-0 defeat, but let's talk about the performance in that second half in particular when you had chances. What's the thoughts after that?
No, listen, the manager was in there talking to the boys and myself and Aaron. We're really pleased with them because, again, you're giving away such a lot of age, again, because we decided, as we've said publicly in this competition, we want to try and use it as a development competition and also use it for some of the first team boys that haven't played. And I think even the first half we didn't start particularly well, but the second I thought we were excellent. I think we've done really well. We've had some really good opportunities. Ryan unfortunately just said that he slipped a little bit, could have scored, and then Tom's had one off the bar, and I think the boys deserve something out of the game for their second half performance.
Yeah, there was some effort from Todd Bloxham, wasn't it, late on? Lovely bit of skill and then the shot from distance.
Yeah, I mean, we all know Tom's got unbelievable technique and ability. He showed that last season. And again tonight I thought he did really well. He did a really good performance, taking players on, and he worked really hard in that opportunity. I mean, a goal like that is incredible. Great effort, just unfortunately it's come off the bar.
Ultimately, are you a little bit frustrated to have lost in the manner that you have for an early corner leading to the goal a couple of minutes in?
I mean, if you think about, look, we've started with 7 youth team boys. There's only 4 senior boys in the pitch, so the one thing you're always going to be a little bit susceptible to do is set pieces. They're always going to be stronger and bigger, and we've obviously done a lot of work with them, showing all the analysis stuff, so it was really frustrating to lose a goal with after 90 seconds from a set piece. And we should have defended it better, but again that's a big learning thing for the younger boys. But then after that they've had other set plays and we've actually done really well against it, and we just should have defended that first one a little bit better. And to lose the game 1-0 after a goal after 90 seconds is very frustrating. However, when I look at the amount of development and just the positives we took for the game tonight, it outweighs that. And listen, we want to win without a doubt, even though we're not going out the group, but we still want to try and get something out of the game, and I think we did enough to get something out of the game, particularly second half performance. It's just frustrating to lose the goal so early, and then for young players it's going to affect them unfortunately in that first half. We just didn't get to grips as well as we could have done. Still some individuals did well, but I thought in the second half we were excellent to a man.
Such a young defence as well tonight, and the amount of challenges and important blocks and interceptions they got in, terrific effort.
Well, I mean, I said it a minute ago, if you're playing 7 youth team players in a first team game, you've given a lot away. The whole back 4 is players from the academy that still play in the youth team at the moment. So and then if you look at the bench, for another 7 young players to have 14 like academy youth type players in the squad, I think is a big statement from the football club and a big statement for the manager that we're trying to give opportunities and try to create a true pathway to bring players through. And even though we've give a lot away in age, I think for performance-wise, particularly second half, we've done really well.
Aidan O'Brien, his first start for Shrewsbury tonight. Was it always the plan that he was going to play the full game?
It was just to get as much out of him as possible. I think like Aidan, it's been a bit stop-start unfortunately for him coming in, and you can see the quality that he's got, and I think it was always that we'll try and run him as much as we can, we try to get as much out of him as possible. But it's funny when you look at that, he just came again in the game, we dropped him a little bit deeper just to try and get on the ball a little bit more, so we're just delighted that he's played, got the minutes that we need him to get, the same as with Ryan Bowman, same as Rob Street and then Harry Burgoyne. To give those boys, we need to give them minutes. That's what the game was for, was to get them minutes and give young players opportunities. But I think Aidan showed in that game tonight how hard they worked, and he also showed a lot of quality, which is positive for us moving forward. Yeah,
it's terrific to see him running forward with the ball, wasn't it? 80 minutes into the match and creating chances.
No, it's unfortunate. He's done really well to set up a couple of opportunities, and another night we'll then get a goal from it. But I think the really good thing for us is that it shows that he's got that in him. He is a very good technical player, and I think he's going to add a lot to the first team on the games coming forward. So we're really delighted about that.
And when do you reflect on these 3 group games in this competition, again encouraged by the way it's played out? I know the results haven't gone the way you would have obviously have wanted, but in terms of development and progression and giving players chances, encouraged?
But look, of course we are. I think it's easy. We were quite publicly saying why we want to use the games, because we think it's important for the football club to give players minutes that don't get the minutes, but also use it for some of the young boys. And if you think back to the first game against Wales, they deserved something out of the game that night without a doubt, and we played a full youth team plus Harry, and I think that is a positive, and supporters have got to see that and understand that what we're trying to do for the future of the football club is give young players opportunities, and I think it's great that our club's done that, because a lot of clubs will never do that. The second game against Port Vale, just unfortunately we lost some bad goals. Probably didn't deserve out of the game, but tonight again, if you see that second half performance, we deserve something from the game. So for all the results haven't always went our way, it's insurmountable what we've actually took from it, from the young players getting the games, and obviously for the future.
Thanks for your time, Dave.
You're welcome.